Wait a minute,
hey,
I'm still
Richard.
being double teamed. What's going on?
Oh, hey, Richard. We're just reading Analog Nightmares.
I don't know if you've heard of that book. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
That's great, you guys. Oh, that's wonderful.
The most comprehensive, all-inclusive look at the history and evolution of shot-on-video horror films.
Yeah. Oh, and look at that glass. My gosh.
My girlfriend went to the dollar store and she bought 25 of these.
25?
She has a habit, if she finds something like that that's only $1, she buys everything on the shelf because she's like, maybe someday I'll need that.
Right, yeah.
So we did that like last Halloween because we're like, oh, COVID won't last. We can have a big Halloween party and everyone can have their own skull glass. Yeah, that hasn't happened. So so now they sit in a bag in the closet. So
oh, hey.
So what's the topipic tonight? I have the Analog Nightmares book.
Oh, thank you guys.
Oh wait, no, I was reading something else.
Wait.
You're hiding that inside it. It's like having a comic
I only have
book.
one book, I swear, Richard.
It's like having a comic book inside your school book.
Oh, that's perfect.
We're talking about Halloween, but Halloween for from our childhoods. So I'm here just wrapped out a little chocolate, which is kind of gross, but I'm going to eat it anyway.
Well, Adam, I've never seen a wrapper like that. That's like the Santa Claus, except now it's a skeleton, huh?
I think my thing is, I think it was exactly the same machines that make the Santa Claus.
Yeah.
They just make different wrappers for them.
Wait, you've never seen that before, Richard? That was like a childhood staple for us. Like all the shitty candy was like that.
Oh, yeah. I've seen Santa Claus and the Snowman, but Halloween one. They all look like dildos on the inside, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. You got a Dracula and a witch. There's
that's awesome.
What's the other? Oh, and here's just another. There's only one of this in the whole pack. There's like 10 of each of them, but only one of this one.
Because that's the best tasting one, right?
Maybe.
I
bet it's totally different. Yeah. So yeah, somebody went to a trip to the dollar store yesterday.
You mean your daily trip to the dollar store or bi-daily? Like you go multiple times, don't you?
I do love me a dollar store, especially during Halloween season.
Oh, you guys. Man, there's so much high energy right now. It's like sugar highs. I wasn't expecting it.
That's me 24/7.
Are you usually used to it? It's like, hey, Richard, how's it going?
No, he's not. He has children. He knows what that is like.
About Analog Nightmares.
Yeah, don't worry. They're at school. You can say whatever you like.
Yeah. Poop.
Yeah.
Pee-pee.
Darn it.
Poop and pee-pee. Well, both you gentlemen have things that are news for this month. Richard, you have a long-awaited movie with a great title that you've just released.
Oh, yeah.
Which I might go check my mail. It might be in my mail. I don't know. I haven't showed up yet.
The only reason I'm holding them up like a shameless sell guy is that they showed up yesterday in the mail. So in Canada, it's always a bit late getting in through the system. But hey, they made it through the system. So
they survived.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet because it hasn't showed up in my mail yet because I'm in Canada. But I do love in the trailer that there's a puppet that looks exactly like a puppet that I've made. So I feel bonded with this film already.
Yeah.
The basic plot is a bunch of girls in a troubled youth school or something that have to fight aliens. Aren't they reform school girls?
That sounds really close, man. That's perfect. Let's go with that.
All right, we'll go with that. I'll find out in 48 hours when it shows up in my door. It might even be out there now, but I gotta, I'm not wearing pants.
As you tend to do.
Yeah, me too,
Me neither. We're all pantsless.
It's doom, man.
We're all Winnie the Poohing it on camera.
I was like that about Tiny Toons, how for some reason that Baz Bunny had to wear a skirt, but Buster Bunny just wasn't wearing any pants at all.
Yeah, totally.
It's mixed together. They might be fully clothed, but still not sure. Now, Justin, with Gold Ninja Video, we talked about this on one of the live stream videos I used, but I didn't save that one. This video is for everyone. What's the freaky? You're not doing Freaky Farley yet. That's getting remastered because you're putting the big bucks into.
Oh yeah,
getting to fix that. But what's the new?
The big bucks. I just paid the bill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, we're doing 2 of their new movies, directed by Matt Farley and Charles Roxburgh. There's going to be Heard She Got Married, which has been available for a while if you could get it through their Vimeo. But we're doing a big, like, there's going to be commentary, making of. But there's also the main title of this disc, Metal Detector Maniac. Not available anywhere else. It'll only be available on this Blu-ray for 6 months. Like, that's the only place you'll be able to see it. Then they'll put it online and stuff like that.
Does he?
Man, that's a great
kill
title.
People with a metal detector?
No, basically the plot is Matt Farley and his pal Tom Scalzo play themselves, Matt Farley and Tom Scalzo. And while playing basketball one day, they notice a guy with a metal detector across the way just doing that. And they're like, we don't trust him. He's got an aura of evil around him. And they just get obsessed with this guy with a metal detector.
So it's kind of like the guy with the shovel in Home Alone.
That's exactly what it is. And they're like, he's up to something. They shouldn't be allowed to have metal detectors like that. He probably wants to get like a jogger or something like that. And it just escalates from there. Do they ever meet this metal detector? Probably not. But what it leads them down the path. Oh, very funny. Yeah.
You've also got a crazy fantasy one coming out that has monsters in the title. We were saying before, it's not really a horror film per se, but in the world of that kind of genre, it's got enough monsters that it's good enough for Halloween.
Oh yeah, it's got like a dozen monsters. It's called Thrilling Bloody Sword. And it's not technically out yet, but it can be pre-ordered at goldninjavideo.com. Yeah, I did scanned a 35mm print of that. It's only been available in like a TV cropped version, no colors, since forever, and now it looks beautiful colors out on Blu-ray. $20. Get it at goldninjavideo.com.
I'm excited, and I can't believe that now that you're doing these big transfers, you're doing like the fancy, big time stuff, that you're only moving your titles up to $20. You went from like 15 to $20. So I mean, I've excuse to get more broke now.
Well, I'm also going to be getting a film scanner in a few months, so the gates are open. Somewhere in the background, I'm going to put it, I think.
I've seen that small room that you're in. I'm still trying to figure out how you think that's logically going to fit.
I don't even know either, but it's coming.
So lots of opportunities, and we're going to see lots of wacky new stuff. What I was thinking with that, actually, because thinking I'm going to buy a bunch of your Blu-rays and go broke. The guy online,
I'll just give them to you.
Yeah, well, we'll work something out. I feel bad when you do that.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
All right. Well, I put you in enough work into my next movie. We'll talk about that some other time. As I just
Richard's standing there. It's like, a film scanner? Why? You can just shoot stuff on video. What are you doing?
I'm thinking you totally are gonna have an awesome time, but your room does look like really jam-packed with awesome stuff all in the background.
Well, as you can see, like, these are all empty Blu-ray cases, and you can't even see that like there's stacks of them. And that's because I have to like fulfill crowdfunding things. I have 1,000 Blu-rays that have to be sent out.
And then we're like, oh man, we just use Kanuki and send things on their own, do that. But but I mean, there's world for both of that in there, which was great. Well,
usually I do things on demand, so I don't have giant stacks of stuff in the background. It's just this particular situation.
Yeah.
So sorry, what were you gonna say, Adam?
What I was gonna say is thinking, one, I just got a shirt for you for your cameo in Amityville Outhouse, because we're gonna bring back Deputy Drew.
He's back.
Yeah,
I thought he was dead. He got decapitated.
Well, I mean, like, that stops anybody in our kind of movies.
Okay.
But the best part is you won't have to remember any lines, because we're gonna get you to move kind of like a Charlie Chaplin film, and we're gonna do it as like a weird silent like homage, as if it was a flashback. As I started to like jot notes down, I'm like, this is kind of like those, I don't know how Canadian you guys are to remember this, but in the Red Green Show, they would always watch these reels of a friend that might possibly be dead. They don't allude to say if he's not, but they would like, here's our friend Dave. I can't remember what he's called. And like, here he is working on a car, and he'd like accidentally blow up the car or something. And it'd be these weird little black and white flashbacks. That's what we're going to do with your character. So I
can't say I was a regular Red Green video.
No, I wasn't either, man.
Neither was I, but it stuck in my head.
Duct tape forever, though. I know the classic Canadian catchphrase.
Yeah. It stuck in my head because the guy who appears in the flashbacks, who never appears in anything else, they're like, here's some memories of our friend. They don't say he's dead, but I mean, obviously, why else would they do this? And he's never in the show. He must be dead.
He must be dead. Yeah.
But he's one of the like, the comedy group, the Frantics from the 80s, and he had a weird TVO show called Escape or Prisoners of Gravity, where he was stuck in a satellite and he would just
I remember Prisoners of Gravity because we're talking about comic books and stuff.
Yeah, and he would he had a phone inside his satellite, and he would call Alan Moore or Colin Neil Gaiman or something like that.
I remember that.
That was my
That's
real,
where I
like,
learned about Scud the Disposable Assassin, a favorite comic of mine.
and that was totally a gateway drug for that kind of nerdness of me. And he appears only on the Red Green Show as that dead guy, which is so he is a comedian. I don't know anything else about him, but he's just sort of this weird, bizarre mystery to me. So one day I'll meet him and find out he's really boring. And
I should say to people, yes, this is about Halloween,
Yeah.
but we need to set the scene.
I'm telling you right now in front of everybody what your role is in the movie. Everyone's finding out at the same time.
They're like, oh my God, what a scoop. Contact comingsoon.net.
My other point to that leads into what we're about to do. I figured why not stall a little bit, but we don't have too much time because I'm going to make this short because this is going to be a regular video. But I was just contacting a guy online who had like every cartoon set of those not new, but I mean like over the last 5 or 6 years, the Warner Archives did like every cartoon they ever released on a box set. Like,
oh God, yeah. So like Josie and the Pussycats go to space.
Yeah,
Laverne and Shirley join the army. They did a set of that as well.
So I was getting the 2 volumes of the Pac-Man cartoon and the GoBot series, and the Herculoids. So I'm spending way too much money on that, which is what I'm doing a lot this month by playing old kid shows for people. Because Halloween, sure, I love horror. Hey, I've heard this rumor that evil dies tonight. That's the word going around on the street because of Halloween too. I'm fine with that. I love
the Rob Zombie movie.
Yeah, sure you do. Looking forward to that, Monsters. But
he just better keep that Monsters continuity that the fans love.
If he ruins the timeline, fans won't.
Will they go fast forward when they get in the cars and stuff like that and drive around? Because if they don't, how dare you, Rob Zombie?
It's okay. They'll just jump in the back of his Dragula. Yeah.
I like to point out in the Rob Zombie music video that isn't Dragula. He's actually driving the other car that looks cooler. Ugh, disgusting.
You guys gonna make me shit laughing.
Anyway, we're just going back to this book. My point of this was for Halloween, we can have all those horror films, all those nasty shit that I watch all the time, but I love sort of the childish innocence of Halloween time, where it's like silly.
Let's just segue into that childishness.
Childishness. Yeah. Did you know the guy who made the Segway, he killed himself by driving his Segway off a cliff?
I did know that.
That is a Segway. Wow.
Supposedly accidentally. Like it wasn't on purpose. Like he didn't commit suicide. Yeah, that's what the deep state wants you to think.
But anyway, I'm going to share for you guys a 70s kids show Halloween special that's only like 7 minutes long, so we won't run out of time recording this because I don't pay for Zoom. And it's awful. It is absolutely awful, and it's something you're not going to see anywhere else. People aren't playing this all the time. It's not the Jeff Lynne Halloween special where Kiss comes out. This is a Sid and Marty Kroft from their Halloween hour, where they would do a thing called HorrorHotel, where the random villains from other Sid and Marty Kroft shows like HR Puffin stuff, and I always want to call.
Wait, is HR Puffin stuff a villain?
No, it's villains from his show.
Okay.
And from other related shows that were around there. They did at the time, but they now are not really villains. They're just characters that run a hotel. And this is going to be so dated that, I mean, it's going to be dated for Richard and I, and it's going to be super dated for you, Justin.
Like, are they all wearing blackface and stuff like that?
I mean, you're waiting for that. Like, they're borderline that kind of like era of humor where they just don't get it. But nothing like that happens. Nothing offensive, which is almost why it becomes kind of boring. But this is that epic kind of laugh track shit where you're just like, why is this so much laugh track?
Adam, people are going to think I'm stoned in this video. All I'm doing is laughing.
Yeah, that is fun. That is why I bring people into this. My Riot at the Movies job is for me to enjoy making people watch things they don't necessarily want to watch.
Wait, Richard, when I read Analog Nightmares, available now at Amazon.com, I assumed you were like wearing like a smoking jacket, had like a big pipe, maybe a monocle while you were writing it. Very serious.
Is he Guy H. Smith? Like the guy who writes all those like crab monster books and he always poses.
Is there a photo of that author like looking like that?
Yeah. He always poses like that. Like he looks like a complete like serious guy. And he kind of was, because he was, we'll get into that on another show. We'll do another show about Guy H. Smith. I could talk about him for a long time.
Okay, let's watch a 7-minute video, because like Adam mentioned, because there's 3 people on the Zoom. I think we only have an hour, right? Before it just shuts down.
Right.
Okay, so let's go.
I don't pay for Zoom.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, my feather dusting friends. We've got a lot of work to do before tonight's show.
But Witchy Poo, we don't have an act for tonight's show.
And you promised all our guests, if they find out that we don't have a show,
Don't worry. I've got the William Horror Agency looking for new acts. They're going to call me any minute.
You guys hear it?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
It is very loud. Maybe a little too loud.
Pool, swim in the pool. Hello, Marie.
How about that?
What do you
Okay,
got
that's
for
good.
old Witchy Poo? Oh, you cad.
Witchy Poo was from HR Puffin.
Oh, and they were my favorites.
ooh, what happened?
Jekyll and Hyde broke up their act.
Oh,
And that was a class.
I have to go look up and remember the name of the guy.
So is that Owl the one that would like lick all the Tootsie Pops
I
and
don't
stuff?
know, Witchy Poo. If our guests find out that we don't have an
Ugh,
act for
look at
them,
this thing.
we are in trouble.
You should get a smoke control device for that spell.
your problems are
Man, the
over.
audience is laughing like
your
Richard,
heart
just
out.
like ah.
I'll do an act for tonight.
It's absolutely
He's the world's
right.
greatest living organist.
Is he one of those organists that works with a monkey?
Do you think here, huh?
Oh, well, I like this.
It almost went to that.
Shouldn't have done that, Witchy Poo.
What's a monkey
we
face on
really
him?
need an act.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
right. Okay, Hoodoo.
That owl looks like those seashell owls you see at
Organist
like,
you're talking about.
again, the dollar
Very
store.
well.
It's just like made of tiny little
And
seashells.
now,
It's really gross.
here's Igor. Here he is, the King Kong of the keyboard, Igor Strange.
Nice to make your acquaintance.
Iggy and I do a great act together. I'm the comedy MC, and then Igor here comes out and plays Beethoven's Fifth Movement for non-payment of rent.
Comedy? You're about as funny as Frankenstein at a computer dating service.
Iggy and I are a team.
That's not even a
Take us
joke.
Or leave us.
Not at all.
You're funny as Frankenstein, a
Bring in
computer
your
dating
bags.
service. What does that even mean?
Stiff.
You confronted Witchy Poo.
Go outside and bring in our stars back.
I was about to say that all of these costume characters look like rejects from McDonald's commercials, but then it dawned on me, oh wait, they are rejects from McDonald's commercials.
Well, you know the story, right? That McDonald's didn't get the rights of HR Puffin stuff. They just ripped them off. And I believe Sid and Marty Kroft sued McDonald's and won.
And one. Because
Yeah.
they designed the characters for like a basic design, and then McDonald's said, well, we just sort of use your designs, not enough. And
Mhm.
so it was closer than that. So yeah, but my brain forgot that for a moment. I was like, man, that bat looks like it should be stealing hamburgers. And I'm like, oh, it probably is the same guy in the costume.
I can't breathe. Please let me out of this.
Rubble,
You mean
rubble.
this explains Grimace?
Yes.
Yes.
This is-
that
this-
bat is both Grimace and the Hamburglar in one person.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This would be during the time when Grimace was evil and had like 4 arms.
When Grimace was evil.
Yeah,
I know he was a bad guy originally.
And he had
before
4
they
arms.
like gave him a lobotomy and he's like, duh, I'm Grimace now.
No, I'm your friend, Ronald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
The dark truth of the McDonald's world. Anyway, back to Witchy
Shit,
Poo.
man, I can't believe
It was like Identity Crisis.
Stars, stars, where? I love to see stars.
You love stars?
Yep,
You want to see stars?
sure.
It's like a Golden Girls joke. Rose, hand me the newspaper.
Seriously, folks, this vampire came up to me on the street the other day and said he hadn't had a bite in 3 weeks, so he bit me. Take my mummy, please.
To the microphone.
How far away should I be?
You got a car?
Okay, I can take a hint. And now, ladies and germs. All right. The star of our show and my close personal friend. Let's hear it for Igor Strange.
I
I'm sure that you will enjoy the selections I have chosen for you this evening.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Ooh, this is going to be boring.
I agree.
Witchy boo! Witchy boo!
Also to note for trivia, the weird magician guy, his name is Horatio Hoodoo, and he was the villain from a show called Lidsville, which I know I've watched, but I don't remember a single thing from it. Other than the fact that both him and Witchy Poo have white around their eyes. I think it's supposed to make them look like cartoon characters, as if they have like giant whites of eyes. Either that or they're white people in whiteface. I don't really understand the makeup. Anyway, we're about to get into the really very dated 70s part coming up, as if it wasn't there already.
What are we gonna do? He is dying out there.
Promises, promises.
He is so bad, he'd have to improve to get on the Gong Show.
Where are we going to find another act before the second show tonight?
Boo.
Excuse us.
Go away. Can't you see I got problems?
The rooms in this hotel overlook the ocean.
Sure. This side overlooks the Pacific Ocean, and this side overlooks the Atlantic Ocean.
Hey, great. Can we have a couple of rooms, please?
Sure, sign
Got a
here.
couple of rooms, please. It's the Muppet Pastor Band.
If someone wrote on your tummy.
Excuse me, the
Spinal
just
Tap?
stopped.
That's nothing. You should see him boogie.
The Bay City Rollers.
Tell me your names. I won't forget it.
We're the Bay City Rollers.
The Bay City Rollers. Wowee. Wait till all the guys in the candelabra factory hear about this. The Bay City Rollers. Oh, they're here. They're here. I can't believe it. The Bay City Rollers are here in our very own hotel, in our own lobby, in person. Who are the Bay City Rollers?
Well, we're a musical group and our van just broke down outside. Besides, the bridge blew up.
What time did this happen?
Around about 8.
That's odd. The bridge doesn't usually blow up until about 9:30. You're a musical group, eh? Our problems are solved. Tell Igor and Hoodoo they're through. I'm sure you Bay City Rollers are just going to love it here. Front!
Here.
Show these gentlemen to the finest rooms. They're going to be performing in the second show.
Oh my God, it hasn't even been 5 minutes yet.
You perform the second show tonight, or else.
So you sit up like at night watching this kind of stuff, right, Adam? From like 2 to like 7 a.m.
Right.
Fall asleep.
On a regular
You
basis.
held out for more money.
Well, I like a good skeleton.
The last
She
band
told
that
us
didn't
it.
play for me,
Yeah,
I
but we're
killed
gonna get
them
some
and put them in a
sleep.
closet.
Stupid bat! Show them to the rooms.
I also think the bat thing
Okay.
is just stupid.
Walk this way.
Young Frankenstein did that joke better. Just saying.
You can't do this to us. I'm a great comedian. I had him laughing in the aisles.
You had them leaving in the aisles. The two of you are kaput. OWT. Out. Finished. Finito. Past tense. Sacked. The Bay City Rollers are replacing you.
Are you trying to tell us we're fired?
No, David Lynch, we're just telling you to make another movie.
Nobody does this to the great Igor Strange and gets away with it. I'll get back at you and your horror hotel. You haven't heard the last of me. We'll see how long these Bay City Rollers remain.
Oh, I tell you, Eric, don't like the look of this place.
What are they wearing?
Gives me the creeps.
I mean,
Hey,
isn't it what
keep
you
your
wear when you go to
creeps
sleep too?
yourself, eh? Yeah, maybe you're right.
Zip it down
I've
here
just
all
seen
the way.
too many scary movies. Eric, have you seen my book? Should be here someplace. Where is it? Oh, you found it. Thanks, Eric. Thanks for what? For handing me the... Is that you, Alan? Hey, Woody! my toothpaste.
Let me also note that Igor is not a ghost. He's like, I will scare them by just being a creepy guy in the room.
That's pretty scary, you know.
Man, I did not know what to expect in this this video here, but and I mean with you guys are on a roll. This is good.
But luckily for everyone, there's not much left of this episode. May I point out that the Bay City Rollers appear in multiple episodes of this show. They did this special multiple times.
They were under contract, and kids loved them. They could not get enough of the Bay City Rollers.
For the whole 2 years that they existed in popularity.
Yes.
Anyway, back to Igor Strange, who looks like an actor who I can't think of, but Richard, you might be able to name it. He's always in Ron Ford's movies. He's a heavier set guy who's in The Crawling Brain, and he's the Hollywood Mortuary.
Hollywood Mortuary, yeah. I don't know his name. I forget it too, but exactly. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
More things to go check out later. Also to check out in Analog Nightmares. It takes a while to get this book up. It takes a while to pick that up to make the joke work. Anyway, back to Horror Hotel. The name is really harsh too for kid show. Oh no, you're scaring me out of my pajamas.
Let me in.
Classic Scooby-Doo shenanigans.
Bay City Rollers must have appeared on Scooby-Doo. Let's see how they do. I think they could do better in the opening credits than Attack of the Cockface Killer, personally.
Let's not talk about Attack of the Cockface Killer. I believe that is an SRS release, and we do not speak of other companies other than...
It's a Wild R release.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You changed the title, too.
Yeah, bastard. I need to find a hallway with doors like that. We need to homage them.
Fire me, will she? Well, I'll take care of that new act of hers with this. One flash from this magic camera, and those infernal rollers will be transported to the dead forest. And here's someone to do the deed. Stupid rat. Yes? I have a job for you. Oh, good. What do you know about photography? Oh, photography? Nothing. You'll do. I want you to take this camera and get a picture of our star act. Oh, good. All you do is point this at them and then press this button here. Okay. Get it? Got it. Good.
Oh no, we're running out of time. We're into 10 minutes. Then we'll just start
You said that it was only going to be 7 minutes long, Adam. I thought we were going to talk about Halloween things as kids.
So that I may perform.
We did. We're fine.
You got it.
The episode will be over in less than 10 minutes. We're fine.
That gentleman is going
I
to do
wanted
the
to ask
midnight
Richard
show.
what Halloween stuff was shot on video
that's
for
it.
kids.
We quit. Give him his job back.
No way. His music attracts love sick moose.
All I can think of is Halloween
should be
Planet,
doing
but I think
the
that was shot on
midnight
film, right? By
show.
Fred Olen Ray?
Goody.
Halloween
what you
Planet?
do,
Yeah.
I guess you know what real talent is.
Yes, but you can do
I
this.
am certain it was shot on film. I just can't have any memory of what it looks like.
Let me check. Halloween Planet. Because it was never released officially, I don't think.
Bringing out real facts here, Justin. Jeez.
Wait, is the show over by the way?
Well, it's
Adam?
almost. It's got like 2 minutes, and we've got like 10 minutes of the show. So we'll watch while Justin researches Halloween Planet.
Show anyway.
Wait, so you're making us watch all of it, Adam?
Who are the
The
stars
true
of the
terror
show
of
here?
Halloween.
We are. Okay, now hold it, please, and say
No treats,
cheese. No,
just
no
tricks at
pictures.
my house.
Don't. Here you go.
Halloween Planet doesn't have an IMDb page, so I can't check. I'm pretty sure it's
I'm
on.
being camera shy, but this was ridiculous.
But like any good kids show, the villain, Horatio Hoodoo, accidentally kills himself by making his own trick launch him into the photo zone. And then we listen to the Bay City Rollers dance over a dub track of one of their albums.
Yeah.
That's Horror Hotel.
My God.
So, Richard, are there any Halloween like shot on video features or even specials?
There certainly is. Yeah, Wave Productions, Gary Whitson, he put out quite a few.
And he loves those.
But those were sexy ones, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, come on. But you might think like, well, it's just they're throwing in this.
I just got
here and
Pumpkin
there, you know.
Man out of that.
But and of course that one. Dave Rognelson's Pumpkin Man series is a shorts, but the Wave ones are pretty good. Some of them he's got the whole like costumes in, and he's got some stuff there. So there's a few. But
we think of anyone that might be like, not that normally I would need to do anything safe for kids, but that's just the theme I'm on. Is there something more trick or treat like? But because I mean the 80s was full of that wave of that kind of stuff, but then when the shot on video stuff came by, the fun part about it of shot on video was that it was underground, so you could be badass. There wasn't a lot of films done that way that were done to be mainstream. I had a strange feeling that Jacko, as much as it looks like it's not shot on video.
No, it was shot on film. It was shot on film.
Totally.
It's just shot on really shitty.
Yeah, I think the transfer has been bad because Fred has said that they're doing a new scan of it for Blu-ray that's coming out.
Well, fancy Jacko. Oh my! I mean, I love that film for all sorts of negative and positive reasons.
No, only positive reasons. You love it. You love Jacko.
I do love it, but I mean,
you love seeing John Carradine one last time in stock footage from something else,
and the same doctor footage that's used forever of Cameron Mitchell, where he's just smoking, going, and then some terrible shit's gonna happen.
There's got to be some also Halloween-based stuff in Analog Nightmares.
Oh yeah, there's a couple in there, but I keep thinking of like the Halloween movies that are good that are not on video, unfortunately, but they're still fun to watch. Like there's Hollow Gate, and I mean my kids love everything basically like spaced out, and they liked they watch The Blob at Halloween, but I'm not keeping it just a shot on video. My kids are young, so when I put on something that's an SOV,
it's pretty hard to do.
They're like, what's this, Dad? Like they thought I maybe shot it in their backyard.
I thought that you would have just like trained them, only seeing SOV. So when they see anything different, they're like, that's wrong. Don't get that
I
wrong.
wish. I have tried. Like they've seen Blood Lake. They saw Blood Lake at age 5. So they're used to it a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But,
I think I might need to put on Scary Tales after this.
Hey, there you go. That's a good one.
Scary Tales is a really fun one, yeah.
Or something really geeky with Dungeons and Dragons.
What is the one that we played at Laser Blast that has a guy that sounds like Slim Pickens in it? Where he's like, oh no! At the end, he gets like eaten by zombies. It's so embarrassing that I don't remember what it's called.
You played it.
Satan's Place.
Yeah, the soap opera one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's good.
That's a good one.
Because and that's the thing. Like
they've got like anthology feelings to them too.
Right. That's exactly what I was going to say. Because that's why I'm making Amityville Outhouse into an anthology. 1, because I have no attention span this year to write a full script, and 3, that's what SOV was really about. Like Creepy Tales is that way too. That one is the weaker of the two out of that and Scary Tales for me, but it has a great wraparound. It has those zombies that like break into someone's house and they just watch their tapes on them. That's
that's right. But Creepy Tales is not technically shot on SOV because that's a bunch of different stuff taken from movies put together.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it was. I'm trying to remember. Wasn't it the host bits that was all SOV, and then the rest?
Yeah, the host bits of like the monsters watching the tapes and stuff like that.
Same with the great trailer mix that was. Oh, what's that guy with the puppet? There was.
Are you doing Tear on Tape with Cameron Mitchell?
There's that too, but there's oh my god, it just keeps going in and out of my head because it was previews from hell, which has has the guy showing the reels of the film. It's all the classic like 70s grindhouse trailers, but it's just the guy's filming himself talking to this zombie puppet who's like, can we go eat everybody now? Like, no, Dave, we can't eat everybody. Oh no. And then he's like, what did we do with the film projector? And there's a guy drooling tied up in the corner going, hey, crazy guy, put on another film. And he's trying to load the film in a straitjacket. Comedy gold.
Yeah.
Actually, again, not shot on film, but still on that budget, which is fun to rewatch.
You mean shot on video?
Well, actually, I'm trying to question. No, it is shot on film. I'm trying to say what I meant to say. I'm stumbling over my words, but looks like it's shot. No, thank you. But looks cheap enough to be that way. Is I always want to call it Dread Time Tales, but it's
Dead Time Tales?
Dead Time Tales, yeah.
Yeah. I always get that one confused with Campfire. Is it Campfire Tales or
Prairie Tales?
Prairie Tales, the one where the guy has sex and gets sucked into the
that one's that one's
I love
slickly
that so
done.
much.
That even has like Darth Vader and Chucky as their
yes,
their
as the narrator. They're around
narrators
the
in there.
fire telling the stories.
Not Brad Dourif, but Chucky. Like,
Yeah.
The Dead Time Tales has a really weird and interestingly creepy middle story that's done as your classic Red Riding Hood, but it's a guy who needs to get his pills so he doesn't go crazy, and they accidentally give them to grandma, so he has to break into grandma's house so he can get his pills and not go crazy. But werewolf.
Yeah, of course. It's always a werewolf.
And spoiler for everyone, the best part of that is the whiny kid who's constantly trying to get his uncle to read him these stories because he doesn't want to go to sleep. At the end, a monster just shows up and eats them. So then uncle can
That's
go
how you
sit down
get
and
one of
watch
those
his
shorts.
movies.
So Halloween, I mean, there's so many shot on video ones as we mentioned, but wait, is it Rocktober Blood? Is that shot on film or VHS?
That's shot on film.
That's a film.
That's actually pretty slick, actually, that one.
But maybe I'm thinking of Hack-O-Lantern?
Hack-O-Lantern, I think
that's
shot
one,
on film, but it still looks like it.
Okay.
Exactly. They get confused a lot because even though they're shot on film, they're still like edited mostly on videotape.
Yes.
And then the final print is just taken straight to video. So they're released direct to video. Yeah, that's where a lot of people.
So you get those like generation losses when you bring it, and even like the Blu-rays and the DVDs often are just the video transfers because you're not going to scan all the negatives that are lying around somewhere and re-edit it.
That's why, like, one of my favorites, Darkness of Vampire version, exists in that world because it just has been degraded that it's like worse than video.
On the DVD, there's two versions of that. I mean, that was shot on film as well, where there's the scan, and then there's the version that was released on VHS, which he just sent the distributor. He just shot his video camera at a screen playing it.
Yeah.
And the distributor was like, "That's fine. We'll release that on VHS," and that's what they put out.
Oh man, those were the days.
Yeah, good enough.
So guys, thanks so much. We're just wrapping this up. Richard, the books are still available. Blast Your Anus with the Hot Chicks is available on DVD. I'll put the links. GoldenNinjaVideo.com.
Yeah, just go to GoldenNinjaVideo.com.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Are we on a timing here, Adam?
We're running out of time. We got to
because Zoom expires. It says at the top here. We could talk for another 30 minutes, Adam.
I'm like laughing this entire video, man. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's what this is about. Everyone's having fun. We'll do something more soon. This is for everybody. Okay. Thanks so much and happy Halloween.
Hey, happy Halloween, guys. Happy Halloween. Thank you.
And now we'll just laugh together as it waits the last like 20 seconds of the video. So
that's really annoying.
It'll be like an 80s cartoon. We just vibrate.
We're pulling a Richard. We're laughing so much.
I didn't really shit my pants, but guys, you had me going. I wish
I wish it could have made. I wish Richard would have been like, "Oh my god." And